Hi everyone, welcome to the life of Thuy. For my new thing for the week, I'm going to try my hand at pyrography, in particular, wood burning. Pyrography is the free-handed art of wood decorating, but also using other materials such as leather, bone, and even gourds. The artist uses burn marks with the controlled application of a heated object, in this case, a poker. Most of the time, when people hear of the word pyrography, they think right away that it's wood burning. And yes, wood burning is pyrography, but pyrography is not necessarily wood burning. It could be other types of canvases, not just wood. It could be leather, bone, shell, and even gourds. The word pyrography itself comes from the Greek for writing with fire or fire writing. Of course, the art itself dates way back to prehistoric times when humans would use the charred remains of their fire to create designs or create drawings. How many of you have tried your hand at wood burning before? I would love for you to share your creations and your masterpieces in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to the Life of Thuy so that you're always updated on the latest adventures. Of course, there's so many different tools and equipment that you can buy nowadays in order to do wood burning. There's even laser cutters that do it for you with accurate precision. I think that you just have to upload a file into the machine and then the laser cuts it without having to burn through the wood all the way. It just kind of lightly burns the surface of the wood to the design that you want. I myself just purchased a beginner's kit because I don't know how to do it. And even when I figure it out, I don't know how good I'll be at it. So just wanted a simple basic kit with a couple of the very simple tips that I see online. I looked up the different types of wood that's best for wood burning, and I found on the internet it says poplar, birch, and pine are very good to use. They say that whatever type of wood that you're gonna do your project on, to also use the same type of wood when you're doing your practice sketches. So for instance, if I'm gonna be doing something on pine, then I should take another piece of like maybe scrap pine and try out my design or my drawing. That makes sense so that you can see how your design is gonna turn out. Also, they say when you're doing your wood burning, maybe go out to the patio, somewhere outdoors or somewhere where there's like a fan or ventilation, because some of the fumes that come up is not necessarily the best for when you're breathing it in. Okay, let's get to it. They say you have to kind of try to keep it flowing a little bit, because if you keep it at one spot for a long time, then it kind of creates like a darker burn or bleeds. I don't know if that's the right term I'm using with the word bleed, but I'm just thinking of like ink. Obviously just playing around right now. Don't really know what I'm doing. And the tip I'm using right now is the universal tip. It's the one that comes already attached. And I guess you could do a variety of things with it, hence the name, universal tip. But they say if you're gonna change out to the different tips, because you need to do a different accent or different type of shape, then of course remember to use caution and get a pair of pliers to change it out, because it is extremely hot. And when you place the new tip on, to use pliers to put it on, because even though the new tip might not be hot, when you place it on the end of this pen or the stylus, then it's going to be hot. Trying to do calligraphy here, and of course it's failing miserably. I should watch some more YouTube videos before I attempt this, but hey, this is not bad. That's why it's my new thing for the week, right? Okay, I'm gonna hold it longer then and press it in. I don't know if the camera is catching this, but the smoke is coming out. And I can see probably how maybe like using this tip right here, you can do like different things. You can use it sort of like the wide side of it, or you can use the tip like in a narrow way to do more fine detail. Like if you want to like draw something or etch something. But right now I'm just learning how to use it, period. So I have these wooden circles that I got at a craft shop, and it doesn't say what kind of wood it is, but it's really nice thin material. I guess people can use it for like coasters, or you can make little logos, or maybe like even like monograms, and maybe even like drill like a couple holes and hang it as decoration or like Christmas ornaments. That's always a nice idea. Give these out as gifts. But now that I've used that universal tip for a little bit, I'm going to try and see if I can do some kind of design on one of these wooden circles. Let's see what happens. Okay, I'm going to keep with this universal tip because it's already hot and I don't really want to change it out right now. I'm sure as I get used to using this, I'll know how long to hold. You know, I've watched some videos and I know that people will take like a stencil, or they'll at least kind of do a little light sketch in pencil on the surface that they're about to work on, so that all they're really doing, or that all they really have to do, is just kind of like trace the design. Unless you're like super awesome at it, then you don't really freehand, I guess. But of course I'm an idiot and I'm doing the freehand anyways, because I'm impatient too. I guess more and more we see it. Like for instance, I know that when I go to like fancier restaurants, they have the stamps for food. It's like the brand or the name of the restaurant, and they'll stamp the steak or the bun on a sandwich or a hamburger with the restaurant name. And that's pretty cool. That's a good way to reinforce and reiterate branding. I don't know how like those huge big paintings and projects, how long it takes someone to finish like a big scene. I know you see those big scenes that are sometimes made totally from just wood burning, and you're like, wow, how many hours did that take? I feel like this is like Etch-a-Sketch, and I just know how to make straight lines, but I haven't quite mastered how to do nice smooth curves yet. Who even remembers what an Etch-a-Sketch is? Dating myself here. I know that for those food branding irons, you don't really hold it on the bun for too long. It's literally like a split second, and then when it starts to smoke, you just lift it off right away. Otherwise, it just stinks up the whole kitchen. I don't know how long it takes to brand like a piece of meat though, like a piece of chicken or steak, but I know that for bread, it's like really quick. But yeah, once I master doing some of these wood burning projects, then maybe I can start putting my own personal stamp on the projects that I do around here, which is quite a few actually, because I really, really love woodworking. Ta-da! This has cooled off for a while now, but I'm going to demonstrate how easy it is to just change out these little tips that they have. Simply screw the other one out and then screw in your desired tip. Now I've turned the heat setting back all the way up high, so I'll just set it here and wait for it to heat up again. Just being able to press straight down and not having to really move the stylus or whatever this thingy is called. It's way easier, definitely way easier than trying to freestyle and sketch or draw something. You can see right here the first couple, I held it for a little bit too long, so it's kind of like little yellowish, orangish burn marks around it, but the ones over here are a little bit more clean, crisp. I'm sure there's other things that I can do besides for just creating sort of like a border or a trim with the tips like these. But I just have to work with it more and then probably come up with some ideas, but pretty cool. Look at that. What do you all think? It's not bad for my first try. There's a couple of mistakes, and I was really impatient with the sketching part. I should have used the tip that was more of like just a point, like a pen. But I'm happy with it. It's not bad for my first attempt. That was really fun. It's like arts and crafts, but for adults. I really enjoyed that. I really like that tip that I used for the border, the trim. That's kind of cool how it's like nice and uniform. Now that I've done it at least once, I can kind of think about it and maybe come up with some creative ideas on ways to do other designs and things. I'm sure after watching me do this, some of you might have some tips and advice on what I should do better or not do next time. Please let me know. Please share them with me in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to The Life of Thuy. Share and like the video. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.